Welcome back to Raidercast, covering your campus and community news on Duo County Channel 2, Video on Demand. I'm Jake Saylor.
And I'm Liliana Pearson. Thank you for joining us for this month's edition of Raidercast. We all like snow days, but what has to occur for school to get canceled? We'll begin with our own Raidercast reporters investigating all entities that collaborate to create a snow day. And for many snow days, it means working. Raidercast tells you more.
For many students, having a snow day means extra time to catch up on homework, sleep, or maybe even going sledding. However, few actually know the process that goes into planning for a snow day. Dr. Betty Starr, Vice President for Academic Affairs, is an important voice in the decision-making process and is responsible for carrying out the decision.
Okay, the Academic Affairs Office makes the decision to cancel classes, and so I usually try to gather information from several of the National Weather Services to help with that, and then also, depending on when the storm is coming, compare notes with other colleges in the area.
Once a decision has been made, Andy McAllister, Assistant Dean of Students, is responsible for notifying students through the Raidercast program.
In times of when there is a cancellation or a delay of schedule, I receive notice from Dr. Betty Starr, and she will inform me of whatever occurrence that day, to cancel classes day or evening or both, or if it's just a delay of schedule, and then she'll ask me to post that onto Raidercast that will go out to the students.
While Raidercast is the primary notification system, there are still other ways that students can be informed about cancellations.
And then the next thing that happens is I contact Anthony Moore so that it gets on our website. And then after that we start calling radio and television stations, and I usually send an email to all the students and faculty so they'll know. So we try to use multiple means of communication to let students know.
Canceled classes may mean a day off for students, but for Joanne Panko and the Roberta D. Kramer Dining Center staff, it's just another work day.
We're not notified ahead. We just watch the weather, and if we know that it's going to snow or sleet or ice, we're here at 5. Like Mr. Willis, myself, mostly all the manager and the directors, they come in early, and then if anybody needs to pick up, Mr. Willis will go pick them up. And sometimes we run the cafeteria, like these past 2-3 weeks. The morning shift was only done by 5 people, and we have to do it because we've got to feed you all.
With a large residential population, there is always a fear that the dining center could run out of food while trying to feed snowed-in students. However, as Panko, Assistant Director of Food Services, explains, this will never be the case.
We're pretty good with that because Cisco does deliver, no matter what. All these 2-3 weeks that we've had that, they've been here every day. And we always have extra things in hand so that, if I don't have, say, ham that day, I'll have roast beef. I just swap it. We're always prepared. Always.
In fall 2015, the new and improved LWC app was introduced to its members. The app unites students, faculty, staff, and the community by offering an interactive forum for all things Lindsay. Raidercast reporters explain what it's all about.
Well, the idea came from Chris Schmidt, who wanted to do a better job communicating with students and thought we could reach students where they are, which is in digital spaces. So he came up with the idea of creating the Lindsay Wilson app and working with the company Ooh La La.
Ooh La La is a mobile platform for campus life in the world. The company is focused on educational technology and changing the way students and administration connect within a campus. Ooh La La creates each app unique to each school, working with schools like Youngstown University, Texas A&M, and a list of many other schools. When it came to the development of the Lindsay Wilson College app, communication with the students was the main focus.
What was happening was that we were sending lots of messages and lots of information to students, but we were sending it through email, which students don't read on a regular basis. We were sending it to them via postcards and paper and posters and things like that. Students don't pay a lot of attention to that. And Chris Schmidt sort of had the revelation. One day he was looking out from his office in the administration building, and he looked out and saw all the students looking down at their phones. And he said, that's where the students are. We need to reach them on their smartphones and on their tablets. So the idea was to create a very active, interactive rich, content-rich app that students would not only open and download, but actually use, and that would engage them. And that's what it's been. I mean, it's been a very robust application, I think, for students, and they found even new ways to take advantage of it. This is truly an app in the sense that it's built specifically for Lindsey Wilson, and it has lots of different features that allow students and faculty and staff to communicate with each other. And this app also gives us an opportunity to see where students are communicating, how they're communicating, what they're communicating about, and it allows greater participation and interaction among students, faculty, and staff. So instead of having just a single source, one person they turn to all the time, it's allowed everyone in the campus community to participate and help each other out. It's helped people participate more in the campus conversations. For example, a student might ask, does anyone know what time the Holloway Center opens today on Saturday? And rather than having to call a staff member or consult somebody, a student will see that question on the app and then answer it and say, it opens at this time today. So I think what it does is it makes us resources for each other. The people who are going to have the most questions are going to be the freshmen, because they're not going to be sort of as plugged into the campus culture at first. And as you get older, you know who to turn to and who to ask for questions. But even if you're a junior or senior, you still might have questions, such as, when does the Holloway Center open? Or does the library have extended hours this weekend? Or when is Friday night's cultural affairs event? I think the app's going to move to the spaces where students are. Like, for example, I think you'll start seeing some video features with the app. I think you'll start seeing other features that students will find helpful, that parents will find helpful, that faculty and staff will find helpful. And that's one of the great things about it, is it's truly an organic app. The first app didn't have that much flexibility to grow or change, whereas this app, its big advantage is that it can evolve with as needs of the communicators change. You know, somebody might say, hey, I'm getting ready to study for a math test, is anyone interested in getting together? And 2 or 3 people might respond and say, yeah, let's go over to the Katie Merrill Library and study. Or you might have a student who'll say, does anyone know about question 3 on the study guide? I'm stuck on that. And students will pitch in. So it's involved everyone in sort of just an ongoing campus conversation. I think the great thing about the app is that we're constantly learning about its new applications, no pun intended, and its uses as well. When we first developed the app and it first went live, we thought we knew everything it was going to do. We knew about 1/10 of what it was going to do. Because what happened is, because it's a very organic creation, piece of media, it's taken on a life of its own, and it's grown, and it's filled needs that we didn't even realize we had. And it's responded to some issues that we didn't even know we had, because it's allowed those issues and those questions to come forward, and people just worked on it as a community. And I think it's a great example of sort of democratic participation and community building and all of that as well. So I think it's just a wonderful device.
The Lindsey Wilson app has united all fronts and answered questions that many wouldn't have asked without the forum. If you haven't, check it out.
Stay tuned and we will return with a spotlight on student-athlete Alexi Pacasalo and his road to the president's list. Coming up right after the break, we'll bring you more campus community news.
Hey everybody, this is Randy Burns and my good friend Blue Raider Bob, and Lindsey Wilson College is excited to announce the release of our first edition Blue Raider bobblehead. You can get your very own bobblehead for the low price of $15, plus feel great doing so because proceeds go to support the Alumni Walkway Scholarship Fund. So no matter where you live, if you're a part of the Blue Raider Nation, you need your very own Blue Raider bobblehead.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. This month we focused the lens on Alexi Pacasalo and his goals on and off the field.
The President's List is an honor given to students with an academic standing of a 4.0 or above. Receiving this honor is bestowed upon the outstanding, such as Alexi Pacasalo.
My name is Alexi Pacasalo. I'm from Finland. I'm 23 years old. I'm in the RTSM major, which is Recreation, Tourism, Sports Management, and I'm part of the men's soccer program. With my major, I'm thinking of going into sports marketing, whether it's in coaching or being in an agency or recruiting players, somewhere along those lines.
Though Alexi had a very strong focus on soccer in high school, he was inspired by his peers who went to prestigious universities, which drove him to stay academically focused.
In high school, I was really pursuing a professional career in soccer, so I put a lot more effort in soccer and a lot more time in soccer. So I played at a very high level in a soccer club in Hungary, in Budapest. So that took a lot away from school. But I always strive to do as best as I can in high school. But I'm pretty sure that my high school friends right now would be pretty surprised in me doing so well in school here in college. I think the biggest thing is just to be organized. Just planning ahead. If you have an assignment, just make sure that you have it written down somewhere. Soccer balances schoolwork for me, so usually I find myself, when I'm not playing soccer, I find myself doing a little bit more poorly in school. Yeah, I love to help as much as I can. Obviously, my schedule restricts that a little bit, so I can't help everyone that asks me for help. But if my schedule permits it, I definitely try to help as many people as I can. I think receiving the President's List honor is really a remarkable achievement for me. I'm really proud of myself for doing it, but I also want to encourage all the student athletes out there that it is really possible to reach those academic standards.
Alexi continues to push forward as he excels in school and strives for his name to be on the 2016 President's List. The President's List is quite an accomplishment, especially balancing the life of an international student athlete. Coming up right after the break, we'll bring you sports with Cody Maggard.
Hey everybody, this is Randy Burns and my good friend Blue Raider Bob, and Lindsey Wilson College is excited to announce the release of our first edition Blue Raider bobblehead. You can get your very own bobblehead for the low price of $15, plus feel great doing so because proceeds go to support the Alumni Walkway Scholarship Fund. So no matter where you live, if you're a part of the Blue Raider Nation, you need your very own Blue Raider bobblehead.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Jake Saylor with Liliana Pearson. We now bring you sports updates you're looking for. Our own Cody Maggard gives you the inside scoop on LWC tennis and baseball.
As the calendar turns to March, some of the spring sports are underway here at Lindsey Wilson. We take a look at the Blue Raider tennis and baseball teams as they try to follow up strong 2015 campaigns. Last season, the Blue Raiders women's tennis team reached the NAIA semifinals, while the men fell in the quarterfinals. New coach Marlon Dalpont hopes to see the team build off those results.
Okay, so on the men's side, we've come a long way. We've played very big and strong opponents, D1s, D2s. We definitely have a huge room for improvement to make from now on going forward. On the girls' side, we've faced very tougher opponents than the guys, so I did that on purpose, so they get used to that level of competition. So when we get to the conference level or the national tournament back in Mobile, it's gonna be like not new for them,
For Dalpont, he wants to see his team apply themselves both on and off the court this season.
If you do it in the court, you take it to your daily basis life, and you're gonna be successful. If you don't want to work, you're not gonna be successful. Bottom line.
Meanwhile, the Blue Raider baseball team is coming off a 2015 season in which they reached the NAIA World Series for the first time.
Well, obviously that was exciting. It's the first time that we've ever done that in school history, and it's the first time I've ever had a team go there as a head coach. So, there was a lot of emotions when we clinched that spot to go, and we clearly didn't play our best at the end, but sometimes getting to a new venue like that, it takes getting there before you can figure out how to win it. So getting there was a learning curve for us, and but the experience will be something that we take with us for a long time.
This season, the Blue Raider offense will be a key strength of the team.
Without a doubt, offense this year. We're built. We'll go as far as our offense takes us.
But the question on everyone's mind is, can the Blue Raiders get back to the World Series this year?
So I'm very confident that we're going to get back to Lewiston, and I feel like when we get there, we have as good enough shot as anybody.
Look for the Blue Raiders to have strong seasons in 2016 on both the tennis court and the baseball diamond.
The Blue Raider tennis team will look to continue their success under the new coach Marlon Del Pont. The LWC baseball team will fight to reach the NAIA World Series once again.
We'll see you here on Duo County Channel 2 Video on Demand and online at youtube.com/LWC Raidercast. We'll be here covering your campus and community news. Thanks for joining us. This has been Jake Saylor with Liliana Pearson. Have a great day.